But first of all, thank you, Mr. Ambassador, my good friend Saud, for inviting us and for organizing these interesting exhibition, because I don't think that there will be a lot of embassies in Berlin which will organize such an exhibition, and that it is an Arabic country, a Gulf state, which is doing this. This is, I think, a very interesting idea, and we all can ask ourselves, even if we are not Germans, or although we are not Germans, what can we learn out of the exhibition? And I would say what we all can learn is that it's necessary to know never give up. Don't think that there is something like the end of history, that it's possible to overcome hatred, that it's possible to go for a peaceful way of life. And in this world where we all are witnessing difficult times, and especially your country and many other countries in the world, that we have our difficulties to find room for maneuvers to save the lives and the freedom and the peace in our countries. I think these exhibition and the remembrance of the falling wall in Berlin can show that that is always useful to invest in our future, in a peaceful future. And I think this is a special signal which comes out of Qatar. And so I'm very thankful, and I have to thank you, Excellency, for this great idea. And I mean, of course, I personally I have my own experience with the wall. I'm not out of West Berlin, but I grew up directly at the fence on the western part. I saw the famous German mountain Brocken. Everybody who knows the Faust from Goethe knows this is a famous mountain, and we never thought that it would be possible to go up on the mountain, because we thought these fences would stay there forever. And we had to learn that nothing is for eternity, and that, as you said, bridges are stronger than fences. And at the end of the day, I married an East German lady, so I have my personal reason why I should praise the fall of the wall. I'm now a partly East German guy. By the way, it's interesting to see that although we had this wonderful experience of the falling of the walls, we see today that we did not overcome the differences between our two parts in our relation, and there is a lot to do in the future. But that's my personal remembrance, and as a person who grew up directly at the fence, I knew and I remember about this atmosphere during the German divided situation in our country, and we are really a happy generation, a golden generation, that we grew up in peace, that we saw that the wall came down, and that we were able to unify Europe. And this is maybe also necessary to say, without the falling of the walls, it would be never possible to have a united Europe. And we as Germans, we had friends in East Europe, like the guys in Hungary or in Poland, who fight for their freedom, and at the same time they fought for the freedom of the eastern part of Germany. So there's a lot of reasons to remember these days. But Mr. Ambassador, Excellency, you wrote me that this is maybe, or not maybe, that this is the last event in your capacity as ambassador in Germany. So if you allow me, I would also say thank you very much for everything you did for the Qatar-German and for the Arab-German cooperation. During your time, we developed the cooperation between our two countries in an excellent way. So there was a lot to do for diplomats, and you always maneuvered your country, and I know that you did a lot for, not only for politicians and for the official diplomacy, you did a lot that we can see here for the cooperation between our societies, and of course of sports. You were a great soccer fan, and I don't know if Germany would be able to win the championship, but we of course we want to be there, and we have to thank you for all your efforts what you did in these past. I mean, for you, I've heard it's an interesting new job for you. For us, it's a pity that you will leave Germany. And I think all for your colleagues as ambassadors, you were one of the most active ones. Thank you very much for all what you did. You're a great friend of Germany, and here are great friends and a lot of friends for Qatar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gabriel.